Mike Hosty is a normal guy. He drinks soda pop, he plays kazoo, and he loves the blues. So it's no wonder when he began his career as a working musician 14 years ago, audiences loved him.
We were so terrible, they wrote on the wall how terrible we were. And they're starting to write on the wall again. And every week there'd be a new reason why we sucked.
His music is so approachable, he never has trouble getting any gig he wants.
I'm not really country, and then I'm not blues enough to get any of those blues places.
In fact, he's never even thought about getting a real job.
I thought about the job interview, and I just imagine the guy at the other side of the table going, okay, so let's see, for the past 14 years you've played in a band.
Mike even has his future all planned out.
Just stay alive.
Okay, maybe I'm embellishing just a tad, but what would a story about Mike Hosty be if it didn't have a little exaggeration in it? It just wouldn't be right.
You know, when you make up a story, it makes the mundane things you do, it makes them sound a little more exciting if you can add a little more flavor to them.
So what does this have to do with anything? Well, I guess I better let Mike tell you that.
The best kind of songs tell a story, you know, because most of the time if you sit with some acoustic guitar and you play some tune like singing about violets and, you know, some real kind of abstract stuff, you know, when you get done with it, they're going to look at you and go like, well, what the hell's that song about?
And throughout all the lineup changes, numerous albums, and constant struggles of just trying to stay alive, writing songs that paint pictures has been the one thing that has stayed the same for Mike Hosty.
It's the only thing I know how to do, so I might as well keep it going.
So if you ever get the urge to reignite your storytelling flame, you might not have to search any further than the local pub.
Well, the best storytellers you'll find them at the bar, like a happy hour. Some guy will turn around and go, had my barbecue pit set up. And, you know, it just starts from there.
We have a thunderstorm warning for parts of Cattle, McLean, and Mccloskey County. Stay tuned with us. We'll let you know what's going on with that right now. You was in the front playing with the hose. Should have been in your Frady hole. You was in the front playing with the hose. Should have been in your Frady hole. When the sky turns black, Daddy starts digging through a wall of stone. When Gary's on the box and the siren blows, get your hide in a Frady hole. Yeah. You see my heart, it beats fast when I'm calling your name. My breathing slows, and I find it so hard to maintain.
Some people thumb through old record bins looking for pleasant reminders of the past. Travis Searle and Justin Sowers thumbed through those same bins and found their future.
That was my dream, was just sitting around in a place where I was the boss and being able to talk to people about music all day.
I saw Empire Records and I was like, man, that's what I want my job to be.
We got jobs at Pizza Shuttle and worked there for several years and plotted our world takeover music-wise. We sold records. It was out of a plastic bin. We did that for about 6 months until, I don't know, it got to be too much stuff to carry. We started doing garage sales. At our first one, we managed to do like $1,500. And on January 2nd, 2002, Guestroom Records, LLC was born. I think any college town of a decent size needs some independent store, and I think we were absolutely the ones to fill that niche. If you don't know what you're doing, starting a business is insane. It's so hard.
Nobody really tells you what you're supposed to be doing. I guess the hardest part was probably when we actually got in here and I was working 30 hours a week and trying to graduate from college. And as soon as I would come home from school or work, I would come here and power wash a floor. That sucked. The best part was when I quit my job at Pizza Shuttle. When I gave my 2 weeks notice because my record store was opening in 3 weeks.
I'd like to see us outgrow this place and 2 places larger than this. Like I would at some point love to see us in a place the size of a grocery store. I wouldn't have opened a record store if I didn't love music.
When 2 Bass 3 started down the road to becoming a band, they had only one problem: no bass player.
I try to turn the tuba into a more versatile bass instrument than it actually is. What I'm basically doing with it is putting my own little twist on the instrument and playing it in a way that nobody else has really played it before. If you listen to music today, I would almost have to say we're pretty mainstream. I think the type of music we play is very conducive to dancing. I think we're definitely a groove band. I pretty much, as a musician, feel like it's my job to give people what they came to hear. At the end of every show, I always get those couple people that come up and say, wow, you know, I played tuba when I was in 7th grade, and that's incredible that you're actually playing that in a bar and playing like real shows, getting paid using, you know, a tuba. I haven't seen one of those since I was in marching band.
Boyd Littell dreams of a different beat, an illusory tempo that amplifies his already accelerated speed of 200 beats per minute. Littell is the foundation for the Ills, a live drum and bass group from Norman, Oklahoma, the only one of its kind in the state.
The result product of what is now the Ills has a great deal to do with my desire to do different types of electronic music and not having the actual outlet. You know, there's a lot of nuances as far as like little fills and accents that a live drummer is going to do that a drum machine's not going to do. You know, there's a certain organic frequency that's going to be coming across that, like I said, I mean, I think a lot more people appreciate more often than not. Deceiving tricks behind drum and bass music make it sound fast. People kind of assume that it's not possible to play, but a lot of the really common drum and bass and jungle beats that you hear, even in commercials now, are funk beats from James Brown songs and other people's songs, and all they're doing is being sped up.